Anthony Slater here inside the Peak with Eric Horn. After a Christmas Day loss for the Thunder today, breaks their rhythm that they've had a little bit lately. 105-96. 105-96. That was the score tonight. The story in this one clearly was the starter halves. They started the first quarter down 11-0 to the point where the crowd, you know how they stand before the Thunder score? They had to sit for a Billy Donovan timeout and then stand again because the Thunder hadn't scored about 3 minutes into this one. Down 11-0, cut it back to 2 by halftime, then 8-0 run right out of the half by the Bulls again. In a 9-point game where they otherwise played pretty good, the starter halves.
Yeah, starter halves killed them. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook both talked about having a lack of energy to start the game, start those halves, and it showed. Foul trouble didn't help him either. Steven Adams went to the bench after less than 2 minutes. Ennis Cantor had to come in and try and fill in for him, and he did admirably, had a double-double, but it was the energy that killed him tonight.
Yeah, a lot of easy missed shots. I think there was one sequence, Serge Ibaka gets it, kind of fumbles it away, picks it back up, misses, air ball over the rim on a layup. Andre Robertson gets the rebound. Air balls it right back to Serge Ibaka. They were just fumbling, not hitting shots. One of those games in some ways, but at the same time, they played a Bulls defense, a desperate Bulls team that played good defense tonight. It's a little concerning to see them struggle so much against a defense like that.
Yeah, and it's the second time in a row where you've also seen the Bulls come out and make tough shots against them too. Derrick Rose had a key stretch in the beginning of the third quarter in that 8-0 run where he scored 6 of the 8.
Yeah.
And he made some tough shots. And it wasn't that the Thunder weren't playing great defense on him. It was just that they weren't scoring on the other end either to match that run from the Bulls.
The Thunder have 4 losses at home this season. Can you remember who they are? Bulls today.
Raptors. Knicks. And the last one is escaping me.
Celtics. What do those 4 teams have in common?
All from the East.
Eastern Conference. They're 4-4 at home against the East, 6-8 overall against the East. Just look at the West, 9-0 at home against the West, 14-2 overall. What's up?
I don't know. I think these West teams come in here and they see a Thunder team and they want to give them their best game every time out. I mean, the Bulls came in on a 3-game losing streak. They came in with all this heat around the Jimmy Butler, Fred Hoiberg kind of spat that they had going on with Jimmy Butler talking that they needed to get coached harder.
They were desperate today.
Yeah, they were a desperate team, and everybody came in talking about how they were coming apart. But they played like a team that could really lock it up on both ends. And, I thought Paul Gasol had a great game distributing, getting rebounds.
He can pass.
He can pass his tail off. One of them.
I think a lot of it's coincidence. Who you lose to, whatever, throughout a season. Sometimes you lose this game. So I think some of it's coincidence. But at the same time, I think it just shows the East really is, top to bottom, getting a lot better. Maybe even, the best teams are still out West. I'd say 3 of the top 4 clearly are in the West. But the East is getting pretty deep, and these aren't gimmies. Like in past years, Celtics at home, Knicks at home, even Raptors and Bulls. Like, you don't expect to lose those games, but
East is getting deeper.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And of those losses, the Thunder aren't getting a ton of East scrubs coming in here either. They're getting quality East teams. Even the Celtics are a quality team. The Knicks are improved. They're not great, but they're improved. They blew out the Nets when they came here, but the Thunder are getting quality East teams to come in here. And it's no surprise that they're getting tough games from these teams.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You'd like to see some better stuff moving forward from the Thunder, but they do kind of get a fortunate schedule. You got 3 more home games in a row, including the Nuggets on Sunday. Nuggets, that's not a good West team. It's funny. I feel like the conference balance is switching, and we're kind of just seeing it. But anyways, here's Billy Donovan and a couple of players to see what they had to say about tonight's loss.
For us tonight, I thought it was certainly offensively it was a struggle. I thought it had some good looks that I think more often than not we've made, but we really struggled to put the ball in the basket and then give them credit. I thought they did a really good job offensive rebounding, getting some second chance points. I thought our guys battled and fought and competed all the way through, but it wasn't a game that I would say that we played necessarily as good as we've played maybe here in the past. But give Chicago credit for that. I thought we didn't get off to a great start in the first quarter, and then we worked our way back in that second quarter to cut it to 2, and then we kind of had same situation where we had 16 points there in that third quarter. So combination of a lot of different things.
You mentioned it right there, but you had to call a timeout in the first and third quarter before you guys even had a point. Why the slow start today?
Yeah, I really don't know. Obviously, you quick turnaround from the standpoint of traveling from the West Coast, just quick, to be able to get ready to play. I think in these kind of situations where it's kind of like a struggle, it's just a struggle to score. I thought even to start the game, I thought we had some pretty good looks around the basket. We weren't able to finish. We missed some easy ones. We bobbled some balls. Scores, whatever it was, 9-11, nothing. Kind of trying to battle our way back in. I don't know what it was. For whatever reason, we just appeared maybe a step behind them tonight. And we're always really from the jump trying to play catch up. That was really what it was. And we had some really, really great energy moments, I thought, where it was more of a will and determination to fight our way back in. And we did it in the first half, and then we kind of tried to do it there in the fourth.
I think it's practices that we had. We had some tough practices on the last 3 days. Throwing rest, throwing guys getting in a nice little routine. I think everybody was really keyed in and focused tonight.
Aside from Jimmy's comments, obviously, the other night, did anybody else say anything the last couple of days, getting everybody together?
No, we haven't even talked about that. It's kind of like when we come in the gym, we leave everything on the outside. It seems like guys coming in, they're tired or they were tired at the time. They're giving us their all in practice, and that's all you can ask for. Especially when you have a team when we lost 3 in a row, everybody seemed like they were focused.
Fred said his research had showed that if you come out strongly on Christmas Day, you have a really good chance of winning.
Yeah.
Did you guys do anything to emphasize that fast start?
Not really. We seen how the game was going. Of course, I was in foul trouble the whole game, but seeing how the game was going, and he made the right subs, and everybody that came in, it seemed like they were trying to do anything to make the team win. So that's all we need. Everybody on the same page.
How'd you all contain Westbrook tonight? How'd you all contain Westbrook tonight? He had a kind of off game.
Russ is a hard opponent to go against, especially with the way that he attacks, and we all just wanted bodies in front of him, put bodies in front of him, make sure somebody could test him at the rim and compete. I love competing against West. A good friend of mine.
It was 11-0 in the first quarter, and then I think an 8-0 run right to start that third quarter. What was the key in those first 3 minutes of each half?
Attacking. They love to run the transition, but they kind of have a hard time getting back. And we saw that, and at halftime we made the emphasis on it where when we came out and we got the rebound, for one, we told each other not to turn the down ball over, but I did like 3 or 4 times right when I got in, and 2, rebound the ball and run. So I think that we executed the last 2, and we stopped turning the ball over. I stopped turning.
We didn't have any energy to start the game or start the third quarter, and they got us.
And any reason why that might have been early on?
I have no clue, man. I wish I could tell you. We just didn't have energy. When shots don't go in, we still got to play defense. We still got to be smart out there. We weren't smart tonight. We just made dumb plays all night.
During the stretches where things seemed to be going well, end of the first half, end of the game, what did you notice was different?
We just grinded it out. We didn't try to get the whole 10, 11 points back in one possession. When you try to do that, it just makes it worse. So we stayed poised in the end of the second quarter. We just grinded it out, got steals, got stops. Say we get easy points on the other end. So once you do that, you just grind it out, man. And good things will happen. But if we try to get it all back in one play, try to get a steal, or try to come down and shoot a pull-up 3, or just do stupid stuff, like we did all night, it'd be tough to win.
I think some of those foul calls early, Steven going to the bench early, Andre, did that kind of cut into some of the energy y'all could have had coming out in the first?
No, they're not the only energy players we got. They're not. They're good defensive players, but they're not the only energy players we got. And this came in and gave us great energy. So everybody on our team has it. Everybody just didn't bring it tonight.
Do you put some of that on yourself?
But I thought I came out and played as hard as I can. I'm the leader, so I guess everything falls back on me. I play as hard as I can tonight. Our team, we play hard, but like I said, we just got to play smarter. And I think we had energy. After first 6 or 7 minutes in each, start each half. But against good teams, we got to bring it 48. So
it seemed like Amo came in and hit a couple of quick shots to give you all a little boost there. Was that some of what y'all were looking for?
Yeah, we got to try to look for him every time he's in the game. I think we did a good job of finding him. Let's get him. Got him for 2 threes, I think. And we just gotta find guys like that. He can shoot the ball really, really well. So we just gotta track him when he's in the game.
What did the Bulls do to make it tough on you guys this afternoon?
I think it was, we missed some shots, to be honest. We got good looks. We get into the lane, kicking out. We missed some shots. But they just sit in the paint. They block shots at the rim. But for the most part, I feel like we got all the shots that we wanted.
You guys nice crowd, Kevin, on Christmas Day. Talk about that.
Say it again.
Nice crowd on Christmas Day here. Talk about being special playing in front of them.
Yeah, it's amazing to play on a special day, and I think that to have people just be a part of their Christmas, to come watch us play ball is just the dream come true, man. You want people to see your skills. You want people to see what you bring to the table as a basketball player. So for them to celebrate Christmas with us was a huge deal, and we really appreciate it.
You guys are 14-2 against the West and 6-8 against the East. Is that anything more than just like a coincidental stat?
Yeah, just coincidence.
Just didn't play hard enough.
The start of the first quarter, start of the third quarter, is that the same diagnosis in those areas?
Same thing, man. We got to play harder. Want to win game.
There were stretches, end of the first half, end of the game there. Things started to roll a little bit better. Was that just energy or some things you were doing out on the floor too?
Just playing the right way. A lot of it was energy. I think we finally put our mind to getting some stops and playing the right way, and it helped out for us.
What did they do defensively that was effective for you guys?
Nothing much. We just didn't play hard enough, man, on both ends. When we play hard enough, everything take care of itself.
Do you feel like the foul trouble contributed to some of y'all's struggles tonight?
No.
As one of the team's leaders, is that something that you'll kind of address with the team moving forward next few days, making sure that energy is there?
Definitely, man. You got to, regardless of missed shots, turnover, whatever it is, you got to play hard. There's no excuse for not playing hard.
Do you feel like there's a balance you have to strike between gambling for steals and playing, just holding your man up?
Who, me?
Yeah, personally.
No. I just do what I need to do to get steals, help our team get in transition, and get stops.